Hello, it is May 9th, 2016, and today we are meeting with Dr. Rogers again, and he is going to discuss some of his views and insights on Hillary Clinton. Go ahead, Doctor.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Robert. I would like to make several comments based on my observations of Hillary Clinton over the years. One thing that observers will be aware of if they have been careful is that Hillary Clinton has a contrived presence. One thing she does consistently over the years is that wide open-eyed greeting when she's in a group with people. The wide open eyes are followed by a contrived smile. Those two things all go together. And frankly, they're seen in people who don't like people, who really have to practice making themselves appear to be people persons. But with her, it's been present over the years. And interestingly, it's the same all the time. She never varies from this.
It sounds like what you're saying is it's kind of a pantomime.
Right. It's contrived is the best word I can think of.
All right, I think that's said
The
very
other thing
well.
I would like to say is that Hillary Clinton is, frankly, a liar. Again, the characteristic signs. Someone can ask her a question, and it's immediately followed by, well, or well. Different tones, different voice, but always well, and then hesitation. And then comes the story. All of these things, including the wide open eyes, the contrived smile, the well, quote, quote, well, and the hesitation are behaviors that Hillary has engaged in time after time.
Now, Doctor, you've got particular insight into this due to your training and education experience. Do you believe that this is something that the standard observer should be able to perceive? Certainly people in the media during interviews, correct?
I do, and I would not insult the intelligence of the general public by saying that I'm particularly bringing anything new to them. I think what I'm doing is trying to bring it to their attention as a consistent behavior that reveals a great deal about Hillary Clinton.
All right. Now, you had mentioned earlier that you had a particular quote or phrase that you felt was uniquely applicable to Hillary. Is that right?
Well, yes, let me get into that in a moment. I would like to say, though, these things that I am saying about Hillary Clinton and other persons who I intend to make comments about are based on several things. One, training. As a student of psychology, I learned to observe behavior carefully, monitor behavior, look for consistencies, inconsistencies in behavior, and come up with pretty good answers sometimes. The other thing is intuition, and I don't think that is learned. I believe that's something you probably have or don't have. Nonetheless, it has equal status with the things that one is taught, the things that are taught to help you recognize human behavior.
Well,
I would say, excuse me.
Well, I was going to say, I know that we've got an upcoming topic planned regarding evolutionary psychology, and it sounds as though you're speaking really about some of the things along those lines with intuition and training education.
I hope so, and the basis, of course, of new, somewhat new evolutionary psychology is that there are myriad things to look at that go into understanding human behavior. I would like to say, I guess, that Hillary Clinton is an insensitive person who feigns sensitivity. I cannot recount all of her mistakes, faux pas, false beginnings, retraction of statements, saying I didn't say that, or you took it out of context. But her behavior ranges from minor things of that sort to the enormity of the story that she contrived, for instance, about Libya, about the tragedy in Benghazi. And those, of course, are examples of only two things. Her history of falsehoods, of overall attempts to deceive the public go back 30, 40 years or so that I know of.
Let me ask you this, Doctor. Do you see at times that hair trigger anger that she has when directly confronted repeatedly about a particular subject? And what does that suggest?
I do, and I'm glad you brought that up. Of course, many people react in that way when confronted with something that doesn't fit with their own philosophy or their own way of believing about things. Again, she pretends to be a person who loves people, but it's immediately apparent that anger arises when she is asked a question, specifically a question, where she knows that she's been caught and has to worm out of the answer, so to speak.
She seems to be having a difficulty modulating her response at times. Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say.
All right. Well, do you have any other comments or remarks on Miss Clinton as for this segment?
No, but I will be offering more comments. And one thing I would like to say in finishing here, while I am no fan, obviously, of Hillary Clinton, I observed a lady on television today that I'm less a fan of, and her name is Jennifer Rubin. She works for the Washington Post. She is overtly angry, using innuendo and outright rumor to discredit Donald Trump on television. So I'll have a lot to say about Jennifer Rubin of the Washington Post.
Right. And I do think you wanted to amplify some opinions regarding the chairman of the DNC, Ms. Wasserman Schultz.
Well, Wasserman Schultz is a whole nother story.
All right.
Robert.
All right, Doctor.
I think we might run out of time.
All right.
Run out of time and lighting and electricity if I get into Debbie Wasserman Schultz. I will, however, do that.
Well, excellent.
In the future.
Excellent. And again, thank you for your time today and your insight. And again, anybody, please subscribe to this channel, and you may contact us at robertrogers500@gmail.com.
And thank you, Robert.
Thank you.